my water bottle. I always tend to forget this one. Come here. So, coffee taken, water taken. I think everything is on control now. So, what is up, everyone? Um, one thing really quick, because I did some changes on my streaming setup, and I really forgot some stuff, but I didn't want to miss the the live. So, okay, here we are. So, hey everyone, hoping y'all having a great night. So updates. So I'm currently fighting off a little bit with the skin on Sebastian Highway. Skin is really tricky, not gonna lie. Because my problem it's not with the skin tones or whatever, is just with the position of the highlights. That's my main point of concern and where I have my flaws on. But I'll soon take care of it. So yeah, hopefully. So, nextly, what I have planned is, since I'm kind of struggling a little bit with the freaking skin, I was thinking of today jumping on to the actual armor, which I'm much better at metal than skin. Updates. So this week I participated on the event where we showcased the Star Citizen spaceship, the one that I helped paint the windows and the cargo bay area. And, I gave some couple of tips to the fellas where they can for the weathering, and yeah, it was a blast. Another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is I changed my brushes, so at the moment I'm using Raphael's. So I'm using 8404. I have the number 1 and the number 2. I have used them in the past. It's a blast. I wasn't using them because I don't know. I don't feel like I'm at the level where I should be using these expensive brushes, right? But at the same time, I feel like I'm limiting the potential of the tool itself. And I was sick and tired of the brushes not being as responsive as this ones, so I finally don't give a fuck and I'm using them. So as always, I have like my backup brushes just in case I ruin this ones, but yeah. So we have that. And what else? I don't know what else. We have that. So unfortunately, due to some miscommunication, the workshops that I was going to regarding Sergio Calvo miniatures, I'm not going anymore. And since I'm not going anymore, I'll be attending the live streams of Eric Swinson. Shout out to Eric, great guy. And I'll be attending as well the live coaching of Phoenix Miniature. A great shout out to him also, because they are freaking awesome, and hopefully I hope I can meet them in the future and maybe have some personal face-to-face workshops with them. I just hope I can get to that point. Fuck. I haven't removed this one. Like, you guys know that I really like Pro Acryl, but this seal is just a pain in the ass to remove, and it fucking... I get my hands all dirty with it. Sometimes it's... fuck. I pressed too hard. Oh well. I want to see which blue I'm going to use on the light. I think this one is the best one. At the same time, it's too harsh. So maybe we'll water it down. And let me zoom in on you guys, because you guys deserve to see it better. Actually, you know what? Let me change camera. Okay, much better. much better for you guys. Yeah. So I already have my hands dirty. That's the bottle of Procryl. Yeah, because I think the light normally has like the flames normally have like that blue tone from the gas, right? So I think that's enough. We'll check it out in a couple of seconds. So first things first, I want to do some OSL. Let me just verify which color I had planned here, because I think it was the white one, which will be using the ink from AK. It's really good, the ink from AK. I'll use my brush here. Actually, let me unzoom so you guys can have a better view. Let me just put my I feel that sometimes my compressor is not in the best position for me to work with. So, where was I? Right. So, we'll have here my special funnel. Okay, it's looking good. Let me just put a little bit of thinner here, just to see if it's working properly. It's not making bubbles, so that's a good sign. Oh, actually, I want to give a shout out to Boring Dragon and Dark Bejo, because 6 hours ago they did follow me here on Twitch. So huge shout out to you guys. Thank you a lot. That means a lot. So whenever you're using your airbrush, and this is a cool tip that I can give you guys, whenever you're using the airbrush, you can check it out and see if there is any inch of bubbles forming right there, right in the cup. If you don't see any bubbles, it means that the air is passing through along the chamber of the airbrush, and it's going really nicely and pushing all the paint or whatever the liquid is that you have in there, so you're good to go. If by any chance you see any bubbles coming up here, it means that it's beginning to be clogged and some air is hitting on the paint and going back. So you want to clean that so it doesn't ruin your flow of paint going towards everything. So let me remove this thing here. One increase like to maybe 1.5. Yeah, just like that. And I'll be shaking here the. Let me just put my airbrush on the holder. Let me connect my freaking vortex mixer, because I think inks really need to be shaken. Otherwise, you're going to be using less pigment than you should. And you don't want that, right? So one thing that I really advise you guys is to use the vortex mixer and a shaking ball, just to guarantee that you have the just to guarantee that you have the best possible mixture of the pigments. So and I'm kind of fucking it up already because I forgot to put the masking onto the face and everything because I don't want to ruin the face, right? Because I have spent quite a while already. I don't want to fuck that up. And even the hands. So we are going to spread paint in this direction. So maybe I'll clean it up. I'll not clean it, but I'll do something like this just to cover it up. And maybe pushing this towards here. Because we don't want anything going towards the skin or the face. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab a little bit of this giant toothpick and I'm gonna shove it along because I don't want the white to be hitting where I've already done the OSL from the lighter. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I think like this is already enough. And maybe, I don't know if maybe I should do the, let me check. Maybe I should be hitting, yeah, I'll hit it here on the side. Yeah, we'll do that. So, I think that's good enough for now. We'll add more if we need. So, we have the white. Let's try it on. Oh yeah, beautifully. It's working beautifully. So, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna hit it right here. I'm gonna grab a little bit right there. Like that. One thing that I really advise you guys is to be careful when you're spraying like this, because sometimes it gets like a wider area than what you want, so you'll be spreading like way too much than what you should. So you don't want definitely to be spraying something that it's not to be spraying on. I'll definitely do here. I'll push even harder the white. And I'll put a little bit right here on this end. So I'm trying to leave the shadows. As you can see, we are leaving some shadows. We don't want to push it too hard, right? So I'm going more for this angle right here. You see, it's like the light is hitting everything around here. That's what I'm trying to achieve at the moment. So I'll be doing here a little bit of light as well. In here I have to be careful because I have the varnish, so we need to be careful with that. There's something. Oh, fuck the hell. This is what I was talking about. Like, I made two little mistakes, which was I was too close, and since I have the varnish, like the paint won't stick to it very well in the first coat. So yeah, just clean off this excess because I don't want these harsh lines compromising the painting. Let me clean just a little bit the excess of paint here on the nozzle, which I'm not doing successfully. Yeah, okay, like that. Try it out. Okay. So I'm pushing this line harder. This one as well. And all these ones. Like, I think that this one should be also with this OSL, even though I was too close. Oh, fuck. So one thing that I find really helpful is to get close. It's the following. So when you're spraying, you see where the spray is, and then you get close to it, you know? Because like that, you can get closer and control. At least I feel like I can control a little bit better. And I want to grab this little finger here as well. I'm going to go stronger on the sleeve. Just spraying a little bit wider. Removing the spots here on the inner side. I also want to just remove the spider thing. Of course, removing the spider thing is a bad thing, because right now you'll see the spots, but we'll leave the paint to dry, and yeah. I want to be a little bit harsher there. Yeah, that. Okay, nice. Like it's hitting hard in that area. And I think this one could be having a little bit of overspray as well. So yeah, just a little bit of there, because it's the reflection from the metal onto the jacket, right? I think. So coming from this side, I think that will be it. Okay. Let me just Good. Let's go in here. That's it. So yeah. So let me just clean really quick the airbrush. In case you don't know, I like to use a spray bottle onto the airbrush and just spraying into the cup to remove all the paint, and then I'll start spraying just with clean water. In this case, it's distilled water because I don't like to use normal water with airbrush and everything because of the metal particles and stuff. And distilled water is better for metal components as well. So we want to pay attention to those details. Okay. So now we are going to use, I think it's okay, fluor red, right? Right. It's this one. Let's see how well it will look like. Because this red is really, really intense. And I'm going to be really, really careful here. Because I don't want to overspray too much. I don't want to like go into too much redness. Another thing, inks are sometimes a pain in the ass to work with because they really dry out fast. Yeah, so we're trying on hand, and now we go for it. So and I'm trying only to hit the areas that should be hit with the red, because I don't want to overspray areas that are not supposed to be hitting with red. So only the white areas are the ones that should be receiving the red. In this instance, oh, yeah, let's go. Now on the small things, on the small wrinkles, and guys, I'm only doing this for the first time, so be patient. Let's trust the process. Hopefully this works fine. Yeah. looking good. It's actually looking good. It's on the pinkish side, I know, but we'll work with it. And I think we can go on the second layer. Just putting the nozzle here somehow. Focus on it. So I think I have a clog. Oh my fucking god. And it was working so well. Yeah, I had a clog. I think there was a particle or something that was dry on the ink. Let's go, round 2. This is enough. Oh yeah, much better. So let me just remove the water here so it doesn't spray anything over the figure. And let's try. Second coat. And we'll try to build up and remember guys, this is my first time doing OSL, so be gentle with me. And we are slowly building up the red. And I don't know if it's going to be darker or not, but we are trusting the process, so it's on the pinkish side because we did the white ink on the red, and since these are inks, they are kind of transparent, so we need to build up the layers slowly, and we need to trust this process. Ooh, do you see the... Ooh, I like it. Sorry, I'm just too excited. So the reflection on the jacket, and I don't know if I should be pumping the reflection on the jacket. Maybe I shouldn't, because it should be like a mild reflection, right? Since it's a reflection. Not a, It is a reflection, but it's like a bouncing reflection, right? And the red on the armor is getting thicker and redder or reddish. So let me clean this airbrush because I don't want it to clog when it's drying. That's one of the tips that I can give you guys is put less paint on the airbrush, and when you're doing this kind of jobs, just remove the, you know, half a drop or something like that. Remove it completely. I use the spray bottle to remove it, and we'll put 3 to 4 drops again, and yeah, we'll go with that. Because otherwise, the ink is going to dry inside the nozzle, and we don't want to do that. And believe me, I had a shit ton of problems way back in the day when I was using the cheaper brushes, airbrushes, and it's kind of harsh. And even with these ones, even with infinities and Iwatas and everything, even the higher ends, when you're using the small needles like I'm using a 0.18, I think, with a 0.2 nozzle. So when you're using so smaller needles, or was it the inverse? I think it was the inverse. Whatever. You should be really careful with this kind of stuff, because even those ones, in spite they are like high end, you don't really want to, you know, let the nozzle dry with paint and everything. You don't want to do that. So yeah. And I like to think of the airbrush and the paint brushes as like tools. As tools that how can I say this? Like, example, do you know samurais who their weapon is their soul? I think we should kind of take care of our tools in the same way in a matter of speech. Okay. So I intensified the red there. Ooh, maybe I'm doing too much of an overspread. Yeah, we'll clean this one inside. We'll clean this overspread right there as well. And maybe on the separations, I don't know, maybe the shadows, nah, the shadows are looking good. But this one has a really harsh, I think I exaggerated there. But we'll try to run with it. So I'm doing really small bursts here because I don't want to remove the shadows of the skin, even though I'm removing a lot of them. But I'm trying to, let me reduce the pressure here just a tiny bit. I had to do it. I had to over trigger it. The nozzle is dirty, hence why the paint it's not getting out as it should. Okay, nice. I removed it. Now let's do our small bursts of paint, just enough to build up the color little by little. Okay, now on the hand. Okay, let me see if I can grab the finger here, the index, without screwing the other ones. As you can see, I'm using my thumb to gain some stability. This is a good tip for you guys. Let me just blend in. I don't want it to be too harsh. Too much overspray. Sorry, I have some tiny droplets here, which are bugging my eye, and I don't want it. Okay, let me remove. You see the amount of paint there is there? There is a huge amount of paint right there on the tip. This is what sometimes prevents you from doing a fine job. So when you think that your trigger is no longer letting you spray that little paint as it should, now somehow my muscles are going for the other spot. Let me do this even less. Oh shit. Like I said, this is the first time that I'm doing this type of OSL, so it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Going back to the leather here. Little by little. Build up the color. On the other wrinkles. And the top wrinkle here. Okay. I think it's looking better. But at the same time, it's a really harsh. Kind of exaggerated there, but because it's a really harsh light. Don't you think? I think it's a little bit harsh. Yeah. I should have gone with the smaller pressure. So now I need to clean this mess the best way possible. The best way to do it is on the metal, since it's not painted yet. I can clean the overspray just to help us focus on the, because it's going to be like a really harsh light, and I want it to be like a more subtle light, right? So let us just clean up here the airbrush. In case you're wondering, I have like a jerry can where I have like a tube and then a funnel, and I spray all the dirty water from the airbrush into this funnel, which goes to the tube, which goes to the jerry can. This way is easier for me to clean this stuff. So I think the airbrush is clean already. At least I don't see any redness. Me and the red word. So let's put it here. Some overspray on the arm inside. I think we'll be able to clean that one up. So let me check on the guide here. Yeah. You know what? I noticed something that I failed, which was the bicep, right? I missed the bicep because the light hitting here should be bouncing back here. So in that aspect, I failed hard, bro. So we'll get the. Did you see that? The bottle is just fucking alive. Let me just use my vortex mixer here. Okay. So for the skin tone, the base one, what I was using is leather brown. We'll put 3 drops here on the wet palette. And I was using brown rose. We'll put 3 drops as well. And I think it was a mixture of like 2 to 1, maybe. I think that's more accurate. Oh, right, and I wanna have some we'll clean it with Tenebrous Gray. Yeah. We'll do that. One, two, 3. 3 drops is enough. So yeah. So the brush is the number 1 Raphael 8404. So let's go. We dip it on the thinner. Remove the excess thinner here. We'll grab a little bit of the brown. Already have the mixture. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I was mistaking you guys. The first tone that I have, it's not this one, I think I have Dark Shadow Flesh as the base color on the skin as well. Yeah, it's this one, for sure. Because it's this one. And still it's too fucking bright. Let me see. Yeah. To red. Let zoom in for you guys. Yeah. Should be adding here. Nope, too light. So I don't quite remember how I did it. Was it like this? Maybe it was this one. Oh yeah. It was, so it's leather brown with dark shadow. But more dark shadow. So it's like a 2 to 1 mixture. Oh yeah. Something like this. Let's see, right? See? Exactly the same tone. So it's 2 to 1 dark shadow flesh to leather brown, and then the second layer. So it's like this one is the shadow. So yeah. Oh, it's too fucking dark. Yeah, I'll have to water it down a little bit. It's way better. Still, my brush is too overloaded. So let me grab a little piece of paper here. And we run the brush through the paper to remove the moisture. Oh yeah, way better. And like this, we can actually put like a tiny shadow. And since this is on the brownish spectrum, it blends in really nicely with the red. So move the overspray here. Move it here and here. We don't want the front of the finger to be with red, because we only want on the sides. Oh, cotton fiber here. Another one. What the fuck is going on? And okay. So let me remove this overspray here. I just want to see it. See it a lot less intense. But we can't remove too much, because otherwise it will be like a huge focal point with red. I'm gonna want that. So I want to tone this one down a little bit. Yeah. And I think this, in this way, we can actually tone down the redness. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I'll shorten this one. Remove the moisture here. Need to fix some imperfections here. Because otherwise my eye will be just bugged looking at those imperfections every time. So the rest isn't skin. This one doesn't need. Okay, let me clean this part here. I don't want any of this with the beam of light. Oh right, I didn't tell you guys. I bought the Wrathcore handle. I'm not using it yet on this model because it's way too fucking big, but I intend on using on the rest of the models that I have. I think here it shouldn't have any light. Yeah, exactly. So now we thin a little bit the tenebrous gray, just to have like something of a wash or something like that, so we can blend in with the red on the areas that was too much. For example, this part here, it was too much redness, and I think that I have too much. So let's remove the excess from the brush, so we can have more control. Mhm. Maybe we go with a little bit more thinner. Yeah. Because on the top, it's a little bit more tricky here. And I definitely don't want to ruin the paint job, which I'm already doing it. But we'll trust the process. We'll trust the process. You know what? Let me just grab a cup here. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of the fluor red here. 2 drops is enough. Yeah, I'm gonna put some thinner. I was just thinking. So it's really watered down. Watered. What a fucked up word to say. Okay, I need another cup with the full red without being thinned. Because otherwise, you can't boost the color. Okay, right there. Exactly. So let me grab a little bit of the thinned. And now I'm gonna blend the layer that I did for for the armor. Here as well. And always pushing the brush towards the light area, which is the place that I want to be with a higher pigment density. I think I can remove the the putty here. Where did I put the... Oh, it's right here. Let me just save my putty here. The other day, you know, a little bit of this fell to the ground and I can't find anywhere. And I'm starting to think that everything that falls right on this area beneath the table is like the triangle, the Bermuda Triangle. Everything that falls here, I can't find at all at any time. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, sometimes it's really hard to find stuff in my room. I don't know why, but it is. Okay. Just push a little bit of this. Okay. Let me remove a little bit of the moisture of the brush so it's more efficient. And I'm going to stipple. I'm going to leave the pigment here, just right about in the blending area. Okay, nice. So let me also clean here this part of the arm, which isn't supposed to be with red. Let me clean this part of the sleeve. Somehow this brush is getting wild. And if you're asking why I'm cleaning the rest of the miniature, is because sometimes this type of overspreads and stuff, the way that you're seeing the miniature, as soon as you put some other colors, it's going to change by a lot. So I want to have a grasp before I put the normal colors onto the mini, and I want to have a grasp of how it will look like without having this overspray. Switch brushes here really quick. Because this one is way better. Overspray is really something that it's not to be messed with. Okay. Let me just grab a little bit more of the skin tone here. Okay, nice. We're doing pretty good. Okay, so now we're thinning it down a little bit more. We're back onto fixing here. Okay. Because there are some waves. Look at that. There are some waves there. Right here. You can see the lines, and I want it to be smooth. So okay. Here I need more pigment. That's the inner part of the hand. Here should be like a shadow here. Oh, a little bit too much. Let me clean the overspray here as well. Oh, right, and I should be fixing the OSL here on the sleeve as well. Okay. Because if it was like this, so this is shadow, this is good, but it needs to be a little bit longer. And I fucked up already. So here it doesn't necessarily need line, I think. Here is good. I need to clean this overspray as well. And up here we also need to clean the overspray. And I want it to be like a small shadow right here. Oh, exactly like that. And a small shadow right here. Something along those lines. Yeah. Yep. So now that we have it clean, wait, I need more thinner here because the brush is too dry. We thin it down. It's thinned. Here I'm fixing this marks. here as well. Also, let's clean the lines here. Where we want some really tiny shadow, just right about there. And there. Why do you ask? Because you always have these tiny, like, crevasses or something like that. Have a really small shadow, but you do have it. So let's keep it, because like that we can have more perception. You see, you can have more perception doing these small lines and have a better perception of what is the shape of the object. Even though it has light, even though it's a light source object or something like that, we still want to keep those lights. Maybe I'll clean this one up, because I don't want to be having, I want the light to be hitting here. Yeah. Also, let me grab here the red. Let me try it. You see? Let me check. So yeah, much, way better. It's way freaking better. Yeah, it's a tedious work, I know. But this is how I like to paint, you know? I really love to build up layers and see stuff happening as you go. It's really, really rewarding. sometimes it's really stressful as well. I've seen like a lot of people, and when I mean a lot, I mean really a bunch of people like giving up. Because if you want to have like that perfect blend or something, you really need to put on the work. It's not something that you do in an instance. It's something that you, because you're building like layer by layer, and you're trying to not fuck up. So it's going to take you a while. Because there's no frickin' like there's no frickin' perfect layer, right? You always go a little bit way beyond what it should. Here I'm putting the, you see, I'm putting like the pigment right on the place where the layers collide. That way they blend in. And I want them to blend in, but I still want them to be noticeable, both. So I want the shadow to be present, right? And here, I'm gonna blend this spot as well, because it's too harsh. Let me grab the smaller one, the smaller paintbrush. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, I was really in the zone. Let me clean here a little bit of the brown. And I wanna like dim down also this one on the thing is in the jacket. Do not remember the name, so fuck it. Let me grab my other brush here. Oh shit. think I'm getting there. Little by little, but I'm still not comfortable with the way this one is looking. It's too harsh, I think. It's either too wide, and maybe it should be less, I don't know. Or maybe there should be more shadow. Kind of mixed here. I think this one here deserves a little bit more. And here as well should be receiving a little bit. I don't want to do this with this brush. I'll put this one on the side. Let me grab I wanted a shorter brush with more belly. Use this one because it's for the diluted ink, so I don't want to use my expensive brushes because otherwise I'll fuck them up. So let me mix here. I think this is too freaking thinned. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, more strong. I like it. Remove this. Let me take most of the moisture, just like here, especially coming here. Oh yeah, just like that. And this, if this is is going to be bothering me for a long while, I might just cover it up. Just fuck it and use the airbrush. It's going to be way better and way faster. I think I'm going there. I think I'm getting. Let me hit it with the air dryer. Okay. Don't you just hate when there's some water here on the brush and it's starting to slowly fall onto the bristles? It's just fucking weird and insane. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a little bit of thinner here. Remove this tenebrous gray to check. Okay. Trying to do here a little bit of wet blending. See if it works in our favor. You know what? I'm sick of tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired. I'm just going to fucking clean it. And fuck it, I'll use the airbrush again because I'm wasting too much time here with this shit. Okay. Starting this brush right here. Grabbing the airbrush with a little bit of white. And we're going again on the freaking white. Just put 3 drops of ink. I think it's enough for the job that we're going to do. It's so small. So we wanted it to be like something around here, something around there, something like that as well. Okay, so just broaden the area. It's a little bit on the skull, just because. Cleaning it, removing all the paint. Okay, I don't think I have any more white on it, so grab the floor red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I might just fix some stuff. Right here. Shit. Too close. What the heck is that? Oh, I fucked up the paint. Well, today is not feeling good for this little fella. Let me grab a little bit of white paint here. Oh, that's not what I want. This one. I'm stippling the dot away, and hopefully, when I give the red on top of it, we won't notice it. Hopefully. Just fixing here. Tip really dry. Okay. try again. Why do inks dry so fast? Fuck. Like, it's so stressful sometimes. I should really buy retardant for this type of jobs, because I hate it when it dries so fast. Oof. Too much. I'm just trying to blend in with the airbrush instead. It's way easier. You know what? Let me just do one thing really quick. Maybe here isn't a good idea. But yeah, let's do this. Just to bump a little bit more the focal point. Let's clean the nozzle. Oh shit. Okay, now it's fine. Something was fucking the flow. Oh shit. Sheesh. Sheesh. Too much fucking pressure on the trader. Right there. Like I'm going balls deep, bro. Fucking hell. Hell yeah. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I think that with the, how do you say it? With the tones for the middle, I think I will hide a little bit of the white, so of the red. So I think I shouldn't be worrying too much with this. And I forgot. Right about here. Cause I forgot. I forgot that I should have put some. Oh, so it's a tiny bit there, right at the end of the nozzle. Right, of course it is. Okay. Freaking dried already. Oh shit. Okay, nice. Uh, hmm? Oh fuck, I'm out of ink. It clogged. Of course it clogged. Now I'll have to clean this tomorrow. Oh shit! We're in 2 hours and a half already? Fucking hell, bro. I really need to get some sleep. But I slept in the afternoon, so that's why I'm not that sleepy today. But I'm already doing too much fuck ups. Which means the exhaustion is hitting. Can't wait to see this ready. Fuck. Float's too strong. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Nah, this is getting out of hand. This is definitely getting out of hand right now. Okay, now the skull only, and I'll try to finish this another way. Okay, we're doing pretty good. What do you guys think? It's too harsh? I think it's too harsh. But fuck it. We'll fix it on another day. Because right now, I'm already too tired. And I'm gonna keep on fucking it up if I try to insist. So, yeah, guys, thank you a lot for watching. Thank you to all of you who followed. Really, really appreciate it. And if you're new, if you liked, I'll stream again on the next Saturday. And yeah, I see you guys around. Thank you all for watching. Oh, and also I'll be dropping, hopefully this week that comes, or maybe the next one, some videos on YouTube. So follow me there if you want to see them. I'll be talking about wet palettes and brushes and everything as a noob. So yeah, see you guys. Have a great night.